What is up, my YouTube friends? I certainly hope all of you are doing very well today. I know I'm doing fine, and thank you very much for asking. Anyway, you know those cool animations on a live stream that announce when someone is subscribed or donated or something like that? Well, today I want to show you how to add them to your Prism Live Studio and easily customize them to your personal taste. The best part is, it's totally free and it won't take you more than a few minutes to set up. So you know what? Let's get to it! There are a few different applications out there that allow you to add alerts to your live streams. But the one I'm going to show you today is Stream Elements. And no, they're not a sponsor. The reason I love Stream Elements is because they make it so easy to get everything set up. And you can easily see what your stream is going to look like even before you add it to Prism Live Studio. You can also add everything into one simple overlay, so you don't need 20 browser sources in Prism to have all of the alerts. The first thing I'm going to do is take a screenshot of all the scenes that I want to add an alert to on my live stream. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is get a copy of this. And so we're going to go to our snipping tool. If it doesn't show up here when you click your search bar, just type SN and it'll come up. If you are on a Mac, it's Control Alt 4, I believe, or F4, and that'll bring it up. And so we'll just open our snipping tool. We're going to go to New, and we're just going to make an image of our box here to make it really easy for us to place our alerts. And then we'll go ahead and we're going to just save it, and we'll go to our other screen because we may want to put our alert somewhere else for the second screen, and I'm just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to go and we're going to go to the snipping tool, and we're just going to get an image of this as well, so we have an idea of our layout, making it really easy. And we'll just go ahead and save that as well, and there we go. So now we've got our images saved out. Now we can sign into Stream Elements and set everything up. Alright, so when you come to this, and there is a link in the description for this page, so you can go ahead and check it out for yourself and follow along. It is the best way to learn. Usually you'll get a pop-up here that's going to ask you what platform you want to use. If you don't get that, you can go ahead and just click Get Started, and that is what you're going to see. Just select the platform that you want to use. In my case, it's going to be YouTube. It's going to ask you to connect it to the actual platform. And so you just do that and accept it and all that good stuff, and you're all set. And what we're going to do is we're going to go down here into Streaming Tools, and we're going to go to our overlays. And you can see I have a bunch of overlays already in here. Yours is probably going to be blank, but I have lots of ones that I set up for different purposes. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click New Overlay. And you want to set this up for the canvas size that you're going to be using for your live stream. In my case, it's 1080p, but you can use the drop down to select whichever one you want and click Start. And so that means that this canvas size right here is 1080p. So next, I'm going to go ahead and click the plus. We're going to go to Static and Custom, and we're going to select an image, and we're going to go up here and set an image. And I'm going to go ahead and delete these, and I'm just going to click Upload. And then I'm going to go and drag our image on here that we just created. That's going to make it really easy for our assets to be placed. So we're going to go ahead and upload this. And all we have to do is highlight over it and click Submit. And there it is. Depending upon the size of your image, you may have to go into Scaled. And then just go over here and do just that. Scale it to the size of your screen. Then we're going to go into Layers, and we're just going to make this not visible. And what that means is you can see how it gets all transparent. It just means it's not going to be visible on our live stream when we use this overlay. However, we can use this to set up all of our alerts and stuff. So the next thing we're going to do is go to the plus down here in the bottom left. We're going to click that. We're going to go to Alerts, and we're going to set up an alert box. And you can see that alert box is right here. And I think I want to place it right up in my top left, right here. I think that looks like a good spot. Now over here on the left, you see what sorts of alerts we can create easily. Subscriber alert, member alert, super chat alert, tip alert, purchase alert. That is just for YouTube. You're going to have ones that are specific for Twitch if that's how you signed up or logged up to your stream elements. So we are happening to use YouTube, but this will work just fine for Twitch. And instead of subscriber, you'll have follower and all of the things associated with Twitch. So now that we've got this set up, we can go in here and modify our subscriber alert. We can change the image or the video that we're using. We can make the video longer or shorter, control the volume. We can do all of that sort of stuff. We can even upload our own video or image to use as part of this. This is for the layout of your actual text. So let's go ahead and run our subscriber alert so you can see what that does. And there you go. You've got your subscriber, and then you have the text below, which is exactly how this is set up with that box. And there are many different ways that you can set that up. We also have our name and subscribe to the channel, which is the nature of the text. If you just want the name there instead of subscribe to the channel, you can just delete subscribe from the channel if you like. And then you've got your alert duration, which you can modify or change. And you can enable custom CSS if you like and modify how it looks all on your own. You can also go into variation settings and have multiple different alerts for subscribers, and it will randomly choose or however you set it up. We can also set it up for text to speech, so it will read off any messages. If someone were to leave a donation with a message, you can get it to read that off for you. You can also change all the text settings. This includes the actual font. If you look here, there are whole bunches of different types of fonts that you can use for this. I believe this is pretty much all of the Google fonts. So they should all be in there. You're going to be able to find a font that you like that's going to match with your personal style. And you can change it up right here. You can also change the font size, the line height. You can make it bold. You can set whether you want it left justified, centered, right justified, however you want it. You can also use drop shadows on your text and highlight. And then if you go over into the secondary text down here, that would be for any additional text for when a donation leaves one of those little fun text messages. Well, you can actually format that completely different. You can also do advanced for any of these and move the actual text around to exactly where you want it and all that sort of stuff. It's really, really pretty comprehensive. So you could do whatever you want with the text. And then last but not least, you've got your animation settings for each alert. And that means that you can change how the alert appears, how it disappears, how long it's on the screen, and all that kind of stuff. So that if you wanted to upload your own little alert video that you would create with your own little alert sound, you can modify how long the text is on there, how it appears, how it disappears, and all of those things. Those can be animated right here. So it gives you a whole heck of a lot of different ways to set up your alerts. So that was just a subscriber alert. You can do it different and separate for each one of these. So when you want to test it, now we can see exactly where it's going to be on our screen, and we can test it by going to emulate and then just clicking on whatever it is, and it will test it right there for us. We can test a tip event and click on it, and it will wait until this one's finished, and then it will run the tip event, which means all of your stuff is going to be displayed in whatever order you are running it in. So there you go. Now up here, this is a location that I have set aside for stream labels, and they can basically give you a lot of different information. So let's go ahead and click the plus here, and we're going to go to labels, and let's just do our latest subscriber label. And so that appears right here, as you can see, and we can just place that right here, and it reads latest subscriber, and it gives us a name. Now we can go in here and modify this any way we want. So maybe we already had latest subscriber text in there. Maybe we put that in OBS. Well, we don't have to leave latest subscriber text on there if we don't want to. We can go right in here and remove it. So we can just delete that, and as you can see, now we just have a name. So you can do pretty much whatever you want. This also has all of the same things. You can set the position, and the styling on it, and you can also change all of the text settings on it. So you can change up your font, make it different sizes, pretty much whatever you want to do to customize this so it's going to look exactly like you want it. And so in layers, you can see we have 2 items in here. We have our latest subscriber right here, and we have our alert box right here with all of our alerts. So we can add more labels just by clicking on the plus right here, and we can go to our labels, and let's add a tip label for the latest tipper. And there we go. All we have to do is move that to the next location where we want our tipper to go. And boom. Like I said, you can change the fonts, the text, anything that you want in here. You can completely modify it to be exactly what you want it to be. We'll add our super chat as well. And there we go. Now you can modify the size of these boxes so it'll go on 2 lines or anything that you want. I'm just going to stick that there and let it go ahead and loop around. But if I was actually using this for my live stream, I might modify this in a way that makes sure that it either cuts it off right there or something like that. Usually what I'll do is I will just have the actual text for latest subscriber on a separate line. That way we don't have to play this game. And you can actually do that right here as well. So I can put the last super chat right there, latest super chat. I can hit the enter button and you can see it automatically puts it on a separate line, just like that if we wanted to set it up this way. So it really depends how you want to set it up, but this gives you options to customize it in whatever way you see fit. So it's really, really easy to do. Now over here on my live stream, I usually have a box for our chat, and that's really simple. We can go to your streamer's chat and move it right here, and we can embiggen it so that it is the exact size we're looking for. And there we go. Now we have chat in there as well. Now there are lots and lots of other things that we can do here. We can set a countdown, we can do merchandise goals. If you go down to other, you can do a train count, event lists, bot counters. You can actually go in here and set up your own custom widget if you want by opening the editor. And if you know how to program, you can program in your own widget, which is absolutely awesome. We're going to go ahead and remove that for now. So yeah, you got your seasonal and your charity. And if you go up here into alerts, there's a lot more than just the alert box. There's the merchandise alert box, the hype cup, which is really cool, Capigan and Hype Boss, which are all fun little things that you can do on your live stream. I highly recommend that you just kind of play around with them and check them out. But you might be saying, well, Mike, I have 2 different screens. Maybe the layout is totally different. Well, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to go up here and name this main screen. And I'm just going to call it Toot so I remember it's a tutorial. And we're going to save it. And then we're going to go out of here and we're going to set up one for our tutorial screen. So I'm going to do new overlay. We're going to make this 1080 just like the last one. We'll call this Toot overlay. And I'm just going to click save. And what I'm going to do once again is load up our screen capture. So we're going to go into static and custom. We're going to grab an image and we'll set that image. We got to go to upload first. Then we can drag it in here. And we're going to upload that. And we'll just hover over it and submit it. Then we've got to go here and scale it. And we'll scale this puppy up so it covers our screen. So we've got a pretty good idea of what we're looking at. And then I'm going to go into layers. And I'm just going to go ahead and click the little eye so this is muted and not going to show up. Then the next thing I need to do is go ahead and click the plus, and we're going to add alerts once again. So our alert box is right here, but now we don't want it right there. It's going to be right over our camera. So we're going to move it over here to the right. We can make it bigger or smaller, whatever we want. So maybe we want the alerts in our tutorial screen to be bigger. There we go. Hit our subscriber event and boom. Now you can see that shows up nice and big over here on the right hand side. Maybe we want to add stream labels to this as well. Well, that's simple. We can do it in a completely different place than we did it on the last one. We can go to our latest subscriber. We can bring that and put it down here at the bottom. We can go and do our labels for tips, latest tipper, and bring that and put it right down here at the bottom. But you can get an idea of what your layout is. You know exactly what it is because, of course, we put that image in here. Makes it really easy to place this stuff, so we know exactly where it's going to be when we open up our live stream and stick this stuff in there. So there we go. So now we have our labels and we have our alerts already in our tutorial screen. We can just click save and we're ready to go. Now I'm going to show you how to add this into your Prism. So the first thing we're going to do, let's go to the main one first, and we're going to click edit. And what I'm going to do is go up here and we're going to click copy overlay URL right here in the top right hand corner. This little chain link right there. I'm going to go ahead and mute this and go over into Prism, and we just click the plus. Let's do it on the right screen. Obviously that's not our main screen. Let's go to our main screen. We're going to click the plus. We're going to go to our browser and click OK. And we'll call this main alert. And then click OK. And what I'm going to do is just paste that in here. And we're going to set this to our resolution, 1920 by 1080. And I'm going to go ahead and select Control Audio via Prism so we can hear the audio that the alert makes when it's making audio. And then click OK. And now our alert is here. So we have our latest subscriber, latest tipper, latest super chat. Everything is here. And if we go over here, what we'll do is minimize this a little bit. And we're going to click the emulate right here. And boom. And there we go. So now we have all of it. Everything we need is all in here. And of course we did even put our chat in here, and you can see the chat box is here. If we had chat going, we would be able to see it there. Let's go ahead and go to our tutorial scene right here, and we will pop over into here, and we'll just save this, and we're going to go back to our main, and we'll go into our tutorial. And all we have to do is grab our URL here, and we'll go back into Prism. Just going to click the plus. We're going to go ahead and select browser. Okay. And alert tutorial. Click OK. And we just have to paste it in here. By 1080, we put in our resolution. We're going to use the audio from Prism. Click OK. And so you can actually see the alert tutorial box comes up here. If I go over into our thing and we emulate any of the alerts, you can see it comes up right here. You can also see the audio will go. Let's do that again. I'm just going to mute this. Let's go ahead and run it again so that you can see that the audio works. And there we go. See the audio going. We've got our tips there. You can see that our subscriber, tipper, and super chat shows up down here at the bottom just like we wanted. So if we were to change our mind, maybe we want our alerts to come up over here instead of over here. Well, that's no problem. We know what the layout already is. It makes it really easy to do. So we'll go over here and we're going to go in here and select our layer for our alert box, which is this one right here. And then we're going to go ahead and just move our alert box. We'll shrink it up and we'll put it right below here. And all we have to do in order to change it up is to go ahead and click save. So if I don't click save and I go and I emulate it, you'll see it's changed here. But if we go into Prism, it's not changed. It's still right there. However, if we go back over here and we click save and then we emulate, you'll see it'll show up right here, and it will also show up right there in Prism. It's really that easy. There is so much you can play around with to create your own custom overlays that will be alerts for your live stream. Super simple. check it out and play around with it. I'm sure you're going to find lots of creative and fun ways to set up your alert system for Prism Live Studio. It's really awesome. That was easy. Is there something that I missed talking about here that you want to know? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see all of the incredible built-in features in Prism Live Studio, you should definitely check this video out. And a big thanks to Prism Live Studio for sponsoring this video. I couldn't possibly do any of this without them or you. So thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Feyrer Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.